Hi all, welcome to the session on preparing for mock interviews with ChatGPT. So here in this video, we will delve into various prompts for ChatGPT that are useful for practicing or preparing for mock interviews. To kick off this video, let's start by presenting ChatGPT with a wide range of scenario-based prompts that can assist us in preparing for mock interviews. For that, let's move to ChatGPT now. So here, let's imagine that I'm an entry-level programmer, and as an entry-level programmer, what are the different points I need to prepare to give an interviewer? So let's ask the same to ChatGPT using the prompts. So for that, I'm just write the prompts as I am an entry-level programmer. Give me some points to prepare for interview. Okay, so this is the response that was provided by the ChatGPT when I provided a prompt to give me some points to prepare for an interview. So it says different points to be keep in mind to start to give an interview. The first is practicing a code. The second is learning data structure and algorithms. Third, knowing the programming language. Be familiar with the software development methodologies. Have a portfolio. Prepare for common interview questions, research the company and its product. And also it gives a overall summary saying that remember the key to acting an interview is practice and preparation. And it also says a good luck. So here it doesn't only provide us with the points, it also provides an explanation of each points that has been provided. So here in these points, I might not be sure about what it actually means have a portfolio. So I can ask the ChatGPT prompt itself to create, give me an explanation about the fifth point. So for that, I can just say expand on point 5. So now we got a response where we haven't provided any specific prompt to a ChatGPT, we just said to expand on the point number 5. So basically, it goes to its previous response that has been provided, and in the point 5, it says having a portfolio. So I just want to expand on point number 5. So it explains what portfolio means, having a portfolio means, and what are the different steps to take care to build a portfolio as a programmer. So it gives all the steps that needs to be provided and all the points to keep in mind to have a portfolio. And also it at the end it gives a summary saying that your programming portfolio is an opportunity. It's also basically providing some tips, pro tips to having a portfolio. So same way you can try to expand on many points that is provided by the ChatGPT. So now let's ask the ChatGPT itself to act in a different role and build us some prompts around it. For example, let me take a ChatGPT as a candidate and build some prompt around it. For example, let's say act as a candidate and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself in an interview. So here the response has been provided by ChatGPT where it acted itself as a candidate and introduced itself in an interview. So basically it helps ourselves as a programmer to help us to introduce ourselves in a job interview. So basically it says an entire dialogue flow that has to be spoken by a candidate in an interview. So let me ask ChatGPT to act again as a candidate and tell what to say when you cannot answer a question. This is a very common scenario that happens during an interview where a programmer or the interviewee might not know the answer for something. So how to properly delegate the comment saying that I don't know the answer. So let's ask the ChatGPT itself. So this is the response that has been provided by ChatGPT. So basically it says if the interviewee is not able to answer a question in a job interview, how to politely and delicately say that he don't know the answer or the interviewer don't know the answer. So these are the dialogue flow that an interviewee can take into account while when he don't know the answer for a question that has been asked by the interviewer. So now we put a ChatGPT as a candidate. Now let's put a ChatGPT in a different role called interviewer. So now let's ask, for example, I'm a programmer. I gone into the interview for a entry level programming, and I might need what might be the question that might be asked by the interviewer. So I'll just ask the ChatGPT itself to act as a interviewer to ask core 10 questions on core Java to an entry level programmer. So basically now the ChatGPT acts as an interviewer and asks 10 questions, which is might be a common Java question that might be asked to the entry level programmer. This has been response that has been provided by ChatGPT, where you will be able to see the most common core Java question that might be asked by the interviewer for an entry level programmer during an interview process, right? So now let's take the ChatGPT slightly out of the role play now, and now there is a question that has been asked by the ChatGPT. Now let's ask the ChatGPT itself to provide an answer for these questions that has been asked by the ChatGPT itself. So for example, I'll just say it as give me answer question number let's say 8. So a response has been generated where it tried to answer the question number 8. So basically the question number 8 is what is the difference between a string builder and a string buffer in Java. So basically it came out of a role play and it tried to give the answer for a question number 8. So it started to give the technical answers too. So let's try to give some more prompts. Let's say what are the common questions that will be asked during competitive programming interview. So here we change the change the field of question from core Java to competitive programming. So here the ChatGPT has provided the most common question that will be asked during a competitive programming interview. So basically there are 10 questions that are most commonly asked, and it also gives us a summary like at what level these questions are might be asked. So basically these questions are asked by the interviewer to assess the candidate's problem solving skills. So if you are not satisfied with 10 questions, you might ask for 20 more questions. Just say give me 20 more questions. Okay, here in this prompt, we haven't specified on which subject or the concept the question has to be asked. So it goes to the previous prompt and it will try to give 20 more questions on a competitive programming itself. And now you will be able to see 20 more questions that has been asked. And these questions are used by the interviewer to assess a candidate's understanding level and so on so things. Again, has already said if you are not aware of answer to any of this question, you can ask the ChatGPT itself to give you the answer, where it will provide you a technical answer for the question that has been asked by the ChatGPT. So with this level of prompts, we can use ChatGPT to assist us in preparing for an interviews. So with this, we come to an end of this video where we learned about various prompts for ChatGPT that are useful for practicing or preparing for a mock interviews. Thank you.